The chapter opens on a familiar scene, early morning roadwork by the riverside. Ippo, Aoki, and Kimura are running together, and Itagaki is right there with them. But something important comes up mid-run. Kimura turns to Itagaki and asks, "Are you still going to Mashiba's place?" Itagaki confirms it. 3 rounds, 3 times a week. He's been sparring with Mashiba, one of the most dangerous fighters in his weight class, on a regular basis. And here's the thing, Itagaki admits that Mashiba is actually going easy on him, but even so, he's still wrecked every sparring session. Ippo is quiet for a moment. He's watching Itagaki's face carefully. Then he notices something. The swelling is going down. Itagaki's face isn't puffing up as much as before. Ippo thinks to himself, "I'm certain he's gotten used to the flicker." That's huge. The flicker jab is one of the hardest techniques to adapt to. Itagaki is slowly becoming immune to it. He's leveling up without even realizing it. The scene shifts. We're now following a different fighter, Makino Fumito, doing roadwork near a hospital. He stops at the Konokami East Central General Hospital to visit a young boy named Atsushi Tsuchiya, who is sitting in a wheelchair in the hallway. Makino greets him with a big sweaty grin. Atsushi hands him something to wipe his sweat. These two clearly have a warm relationship. Then Atsushi gets serious. He asks Makino directly, "Are you depressed about your upcoming match? Your opponent is strong, isn't he?" Makino pauses. Then he honestly admits, yeah, his opponent is strong. That honesty surprises Atsushi, who suddenly feels embarrassed. He starts to say that he should be the one worrying, not Makino. But then Makino completely flips the mood. His expression changes. He pumps himself up out of nowhere and shouts, "I'll be fine. I already beat that guy once. I'll win again this time. I don't lose to anyone when it comes to that." Atsushi watches this wild energy shift with wide eyes, and something about it makes him smile. Makino gets serious again. He looks at Atsushi and makes a promise. He says, "I'll show you that anything is possible if you keep trying and trying. I'll definitely win, so you do your best too." There's a powerful, quiet moment. Atsushi looks at him and says, "Okay." Then he slowly wheels himself back inside the hospital. Makino watches him go. Then he turns back to the road and starts running again. Right there, waiting for him, is Mari, the journalist. She tracked him down. His coach tipped her off that he does his road work here. She tells him she's interested in his fighting style and his words. Makino suddenly snaps, "Watch where you step," because she nearly stepped on something. She looks down, confused. There's just a clump of weeds on the ground. "Nobody cares about weeds," she says. And that's where Makino says something that hits differently. He points at the weeds and compares himself to the weeds. A weed, he says, doesn't stand out. Nobody pays attention to it, but the more it gets stepped on, the stronger it gets. No matter how many times it's crushed, it endures, it keeps growing. Then, he says, Makunouchi Ippo was like that too. He worked and eventually blossomed into a brilliant flower. He looks forward, fire in his eyes, and says, "And so too will I, one day." Mari doesn't argue, she just watches him quietly. She noticed his expression when he was with the kid, and the expression he has now. She asks him, "Which one is the real you?" Makino just runs. Earlier, Makino's coach mentioned to reporter Mari that there was a reason he always did his roadwork near this hospital. Inside, a young boy named Atsushi Tsuchiya had been hospitalized for a long time. From his window, the one thing that always caught his attention was Makino running outside every day. Eventually, Makino spoke to him. Atsushi asked if he was a boxer and whether he was strong. Makino awkwardly admitted he probably wasn't, but Atsushi told him he had been watching him work hard from that window every day, and before Makino left, he smiled and said, "I'm sure you'll win." That small encouragement stayed with Makino, and after winning his next match, Atsushi became one of the biggest reasons he kept pushing himself forward. Back at the Kamogawa gym, it's spar time. Itagaki steps into the ring with Kimura, and the intensity is immediately noticeable. Itagaki's movement is sharp, his hands and feet are blazing fast. Kimura is a veteran, but he's struggling to keep up. The barrage comes like a porcupine, everywhere, all at once. When the spar ends, Kimura is visibly shaken. He mutters, "I haven't sparred with him in a while. He's unbelievably fast." Ippo watches from the side. His eyes are focused. He quietly notes, he's leveling up again. Mari arrives at the gym and shares what she learned about Makino's situation with the hospitalized boy. But Itagaki's reaction is cold. He says, "It's got nothing to do with me." He acknowledges he can see Makino's determination. He can even respect it, but it doesn't change anything about the fight. Later, Itagaki walks to the Toho gym to thank Mashiba personally for the sparring sessions. But before he leaves, Mashiba drops a heavy question on him. "Your weight class has Makunouchi in it. If you kept winning, what would you do?" Itagaki hesitates. Mashiba pushes further. "As long as you're in the same gym, you can't challenge him." Itagaki smiles. His answer is simple and almost ridiculously optimistic. "I'll just wait until Senpai relinquishes the title." He even promises to come back and report his win. Mashiba just says, "Pfeh." The chapter closes on a quiet, heavy night. Itagaki is home. The weigh-in is tomorrow. He skips dinner. He can't eat tonight. His sister finds him sitting alone, tense. She asks about the weed analogy she heard. Strong, right? Persistent, right? Itagaki looks down at his fist, and in his mind, the truth surfaces, cold and uncomfortable. "I know he's the type I'm weak against, but losing twice to the same opponent in the pro ring, no way." His fist clenches. His expression is dark. This isn't confidence. This is fear mixed with pride. He is not ready to lose, but he is also not sure he can win. The weigh-in is tomorrow, and Itagaki is already fighting the battle inside his own head before the first bell even rings.